Time for some sun salutations. Let's come to one side of our mat. And your hips are right above your legs, so legs about hip width apart. Hands at your heart center. And let's just take an inhale first, reaching to your highest point. And exhale, stay standing, hands circle back around and back to your heart center. Now we add on sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward, folding at the hips, slight bend in the knees, down to that forward fold. Then inhale, come up to a flat back, hands to shins. Let's stay here an extra breath, pushing through the top of your head, the back of your hips. Then exhale, fold again. This time hands on either side, and right foot steps back in a lunge, a proud lunge, which has a 90-degree front knee, a straight back knee, and chin forward. When that's complete, push off your hands and step back into downward dog. What does downward dog look like? Well, first you're pushing through all 10 fingers. Feel each one of them on the mat or on the floor. And once your fingers are active, pushing through the palms and through the wrists and strong through your elbows, but let your shoulders be loosed, not crunched up. And when that's ready, push your heels down and your hips up. That's downward dog. Now, a breathing exercise, 4 times, 4 moves. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower and hover or on your knees in crocodile. Then inhale, rise up to the tops of your toes in upward dog. And then exhale, push back, downward dog. 3 more times. Inhale. Make it about your breath. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, tops of toes, upward dog. And exhale, back to downward dog. Exaggerate your breath. You should hear it. Not so that it's obnoxious or loud, but slow and calm and steady. Steadying you through your movements, till your movements and your breath become one. Don't worry about going at the same pace as me. You should be moving with your breath and your body, and nothing else should matter. Wherever you are, when you get back to downward dog, we'll meet up there. And while you're there, you can drop one knee forward, pointing it through the arms, pushing the opposite heel a bit farther back, and then switch. Now both heels back as far as you can go, your best downward dog so far. And then take a look between your hands, step that right foot forward, and twist towards that right knee. That back knee is going to want to drop, so keep it as high as you can. Good. Drop the hands, one hand outside the front foot, and drop that back knee, untuck the toes, and inhale, circle up to a kneeling warrior one. If you want more, push your hips forward, or lean back, or both. And then circle your hands down on either side of the front foot. Reset that proud lunge and step forward. Hands on the side of your legs can help pull you a bit deeper. Feet are right under your hips. Inhale, circle up, hands to your highest point, little back bend. Then exhale, hands come behind. They clasp at the lower back. Squeeze your shoulders, squeeze your hands, push your hips forward, lean your chin back. And then exhale, release. Let's reset. Back to our starting mountain pose. Feet are under hips. Hands at your heart center. Let's just take a warm-up breath again. Inhale. And gather our breath. It's the most important part of our movements, is our breath. This time we breathe, but we add on. Inhale. Hands to your highest point. Exhale, dive forward, circling down, folding at the hips. Slight bend in the knees, but the big folds in the hips. And then inhale, rise up your shins without pushing on your knees, and create a flat back, a long line from your lower spine to the back of your head. And then fold forward again. Hands on either side of the feet. This time left foot steps forward. Steps back in a proud lunge. A 90-degree front knee, a straight back knee, and chin forward. When that's completed, push off the hands and step back into downward dog. Start by pushing through all 10 fingers. Give them attention and focus. And then push through the palms. Push through the wrists. And push through the elbows, but your shoulders stay loose, not tensed up near your shoulders, near your ears. And then push your heels down and your hips up. It's downward dog. Same breathing exercise as before. 4 times, 4 moves. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower and hover or on your knees in crocodile. Then inhale, rise up to the tops of your toes in up dog. And then exhale, back to downward dog. Do it again. You know the moves. Don't worry about being perfect. Instead, just focus on being who you are today. Much more important to breathe than it is to have the perfect pose. And a good time to let go of your day. Just not push it away or force it away, but just walk away from the troubles of yesterday and the worries of tomorrow. Just focus on breathing, as if your bodies move like bellows for a fire, and just fill them with air, and then push the air out in a steady, controlled manner. Wherever you are, we'll be back in downward dog. If you want, usually drop a knee with a twist here, and one knee comes forward and then points through the opposite shoulder. Other heel goes back, and then switch. Knee points to shoulder, a bit of a twist. And now your best and last downward dog yet. Good. Take a look between your hands, and the left foot steps forward, back to that lunge. And let's twist towards that knee. Now keep the back knee straight. And the top hand comes up, even drops back a bit. And then hand comes to the floor. And on either side of that front foot, let's drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and rise up in kneeling warrior one. You can add a little back bend, but push your hips forward and get the most here. Good. When you're done, circle back around, hands on either side of that front foot, rise up to that proud lunge, and step in. Stay here an extra breath in forward fold. You can tuck your hands on your ankles or even under your toes. But then make sure to let go and just hang. When you're ready, inhale, rise up, hands to your highest point. Really reach and then circle down and around. Clasping at your lower back. Squeeze your hands, squeeze your shoulders. Push your hips forward. Let your chin go up. Like this. Nicely done.